Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ryan. Got to do a little walk on the beach, get the headphones on, and yeah, gonna try to start off my Tuesday in the right way. Got the day off, and what a better thing to do than go walk a little sand time. It is Tuesday, my weekly update. I guess it's kind of the intro because I haven't weighed in yet or calculated my numbers or anything like that. Though I'm hoping that my weight's kind of close to the same. I'm kind of wanting to slow my weight loss down. I've tried to increase my calories this week, and we're going to see how that works. Just want to slow myself down a little bit here as I get into the finish line, or I shouldn't say that, closer to my goal weight. So anyway, we'll you can see some lifeguards over here getting ready for their daily duty. And you can see a little beach. So right on. Welcome to Ryan's week, whatever it is, intro update. And I will have more info for you in just a second. Thanks. All right. So as you can see, I'm on the walking part of my journey. You can see other people doing their morning walks today. You can hear that ocean coming in. Alright guys, so welcome to my week whatever it is video. I will be back in a moment once I'm back home with the calculations and such. But trying to start my day off on the right foot. Hi YouTube peeps, this is Ryan. It is my week 19 update, Tuesday. Tuesday is the day I come to you guys. You probably just saw a little video of me at the beach this morning. I did do a quick little workout over there. Son was at daycare for a couple hours, so I thought I'd go down to the beach and do a good walk. I did jog a little bit, but I'm trying to gradually work back up to jogging and running because of my knee. So that's a whole journey in itself. So what's on the agenda today? I'm doing numbers, of course, and then I'm going to talk about food, some notable things, and some regular weight loss surgery things that are kind of been coming up. Life happens. A big topic right now is life happens, you know. And then I'm going to do some shout outs. So that's kind of the main formula for the day. Try to get my phone right. All right, so numbers. So my numbers are, my high weight was 326. My surgery weight was 294. My last week's weight was 215.8. And this week's current weight, as of this morning, was 214.2. That's a 1.6 pound loss for the week. That total loss since my highest, my highest was 3 months before my surgery, was my total loss is 111.8. And since surgery, 79.8. So I'm really close to 80 pounds since surgery, which was 4.5-5 months ago. So cool. One thing to mention on that is this week I'm at a point where I want to slow my weight loss down. That might sound crazy to some of you weight loss people out there, but I want to slow it down. My goal weight, I'm going to probably call it at 199 is my goal weight. My initial goal weight was 215 to 225, but my surgeon's was 190 to 200. I'm going to call mine at 199, and we'll see how it goes. You know, things change. But for me, this week, and probably the last few weeks, I'm trying to increase my calories, and I'm not a tracker. I don't track on MyFitnessPal or anything like that. I just practice mindful eating. If you're new, or if you're someone who's debating on if I should track or not, track. I say, hey, track all you can. I'm not much of a tracker and everything. My job was a big part of my life. They track everything. I work for a large corporation. They track everything I do, which I don't like. And because of that, I don't check the tracking that they have very often. I just go to work, do the best I can. If that's not good enough at the end of the day, so be it. Luckily for me, it's been good enough. And as far as the weight loss, it's been good enough. So I'm not much of a tracker, but track if you need to. Now, the funny thing about my weight loss this morning is I was hoping I gained weight when I weighed in this morning. And when I did weigh in, I had gained weight. I gained 8 ounces. When I first woke up, naked on the scale, I was 115 or 116.6 or something. So I'd gained about 8 ounces. I went, took my son to preschool. He goes for a few hours in the morning right now with his Cass. I'm going to get to Life Happens Cass. Remember that. But I went and ran a bunch of errands real quick, and then I went to the beach. I parked down by the beach, walked all the way down and up, maybe a couple miles, jogged a little, but mostly walked. And they got back. So after walking, running errands, got naked again before I got in the shower, weighed in, I was officially that 114.2. So I go from 115.6 to 114.2 in a matter of a few hours. So that's why the scale and the water weight and stuff, you can't rely on that too much. You know, I weigh every week Tuesdays. I don't weigh any other time because I don't want to deal with the drama. That number I weighed in earlier, I felt was a little water weight. Haven't been sleeping great, and I drank quite a bit of water last night, so I thought maybe that would flush out a little bit after a walk, so I did weigh again. But anyway, that's kind of where that is. So let's talk about some food noteworthy things. Food-wise, my phase now is eat everything that's normal, but just I try to focus on proteins up, carbs down. It's pretty standard protocol. And the thing is, I've been kind of working on that for years. That's not something that's new to me. I've been, focused on that. I've went off track, obviously, to gain weight a bit, but I've been more of a high protein, low carb kind of thought process for a long time. So that's not hard for me to understand. And then portion control between myself and my sleep, that helps. Trying to increase my calories. But notable food things. I did have sushi yesterday. Had a nice, really good roll. So the sushi place I go to, I get a number one special at $7.99. I get a sushi roll, the one roll or two small kind of whatever rolls, like spicy tuna California roll. I get the one special roll, whatever their daily special. They usually have 2 that day, which is a good size roll. And then it comes with a small salad and miso soup. I just get a water, which I don't drink really, maybe a little sip. I don't eat much of the soup and the salad. I focus on the roll. So I have a third of that roll, and then I take it back to work, and then on a break I eat another third, and then later in the day I eat probably another third before I go home. So that's kind of how I roll on my enjoyable kind of sushi time. Sushi isn't as good to me now as it was before. And that was one of my favorite little treats I did, maybe 2-3 times a week on my lunch break. On the way home, there's a good sushi place. It's very, very reasonable priced for lunch specials. But it's not as enjoyable, so I'm kind of testing the waters and what I like. I've tried a cucumber roll, which is no rice, which I did like a lot, but I don't know if the cucumber went down any better than the rice, to be honest with you, as far as quantity and density. I got away from almonds for a while. I've been kind of gradually getting back into almonds. I have been eating more salads. I like salads, and I'm about convenience. I don't prepare a lot of food. I don't eat out that much anymore, but I don't prepare a lot of food. So everything is about, like a salad I get as a kit that comes in, and I'll eat like a third of it at a time. Or a lot of things I get from my wife and son, and I'll just eat a little bit of that. And so that's been pretty cool. I made a tri-tip last Sunday. I'll eat there's still half of the tri-tip sliced up as thin as I can slice with my electric slicer, which is cool. Get electric slicer if you guys have tri-tip, or brisket for you other people out there like James RY. And but slice it up. I slice it up thin, and I use it for, like, for example, yesterday I cut it up in little pieces and heated it up and ate it with a little salsa and some cheese. So that was cool. What else? Food. Okay, another notable thing about food is soups are still good. I like soups. I kind of find places I like to get soups from. I'm not much of like just a canned soup, Campbell's from the store. I like a good homemade kind of soup. Vaughn's has soup, so sometimes I get a soup on my break, my morning break, because it's across the street. Vaughn's is like a Safeway, if you guys don't know, it's a big grocery store chain. And they have fresh soups made fresh, and I'll pick one of the four. And I'll have a few bites on my break, and then I'll put it aside and save it for lunch when I go to lunch at home. And I'll eat it at lunch, and then I usually have some for the next day or for dinner. So soups are good. Chili's has a soup I really like. It's a Santa Fe chicken. I mentioned it before. But just soups, if I went out to dinner and I wanted to eat and feel good and full, soup is something I would do. Nothing else really gets me satisfied like a soup does. And so that's why I like soup. Also, some days I'm a little more liquid than others. This week's been kind of a liquid week for me. For a couple of days. I ate something that made me sick. I don't throw up much anymore, but occasionally I do. Just something won't go down and I gotta throw it up. What was it? I don't remember what it was. Something at night I ate and it wasn't going down and it just gets stuck. And usually I can walk in place, or I jog. I kind of keep walking around, moving around. I go out my back patio. I just keep moving around my arms, and I'm trying to just get things to go down. And occasionally that happens. Not too often, because I kind of know when to not do that and what foods to. But it happened, and I couldn't get it to go down, so I had to kind of let some of it come back up. And it was interesting. This is the first time that it really was a gross bile taste. So it wasn't good. For 2 days after that, I just mentally wanted to stay liquids, soups, protein shakes, etc. So that's kind of some food notables. Life happens. Life happens. Stresses happen. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. My son has been in cast for about 2.5 months. A month before surgery. Surgery on his feet. A couple different things. Procedures in one surgery. He's been in cast after. After's been more rough because he can't walk. And they're extra thick. They're extra heavy. He already weighs 50 pounds plus another 20 pounds worth of cast. My wrist right now is sore from just lifting them. My back, I try to be extra careful. I had thrown my back out initially when he got cast. So it's been a nightmare. Between the wife and I, everything we're going on with the stresses of him, our lives have been on shutdown. Other than work, we're just catering to him. Wheelchair, food, baths, or near the sink with a sponge bath. So it's been very difficult and it's been very stressful. My wife and I haven't got along all the time very well, but I think in the end we see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. But it's been very challenging marriage-wise, relationship-wise. Our anniversary is this Sunday for 7 years married. That's cool. We're going to hopefully, get the mother-in-law to watch my son, or somebody to watch him for a couple hours while we go to a nice dinner with ourselves and try to rekindle our tough time the last couple of months. But, I know they're going to talk about it. I'll give an early shout out, Fat Kings. They're going to talk about relationships on their talk this Thursday night for their Fat Kings Friday. Go watch that. I watch them every Friday. I don't watch them live because I'm West Coast. I get home about 6:30 West Coast. That's after they're done. And so I watch it either that night or the next day or something. But go watch their show. That's Phil and TJ. They're going to talk relationships. I happen to know a lot about relationships, and right now that's to the test. So good news is my son gets his cast off day after tomorrow, and I got the physical therapy set up. We're going to get him back walking and running again soon, and life should go back to normal fairly quickly, which is a cool thing. All right, wrapping up here, shout out. So I'm just going to go through my YouTube feed. Lots of videos I watch. You guys see me subscribe and you see me comment. But I want to just, for people that watch me and don't know what videos I follow, I'm going to kind of just go through on my feed right now, some shout outs. VSG Warrior is at the top right now. He must have just made a video called Aussie Love. I don't know what but that's Walter. He's a funny guy. He's kind of new to me following him. Real funny guy, does accents and stuff. Go check him out. Michael VSG just made a video real short. He's talking about stresses and coping with them. Totally relate. I don't get the same comfort from food like I did with dealing with stress. Drinks a little bit, but still not, there's just really, you're dealing with it. And right now I have quite a bit of stress in my life with my son and my wife and my work. So but we got to fight through it. So Mike BSG is someone I followed a long time. Leanne Oliver's been a very good supporter of me, and I watch all her videos. She's really cool if you haven't watched hers. Fat Kings, Phil and TJ, you already said that. TJ's kind of get back on the scene and doing some real cool videos. I like when he kind of gets, you know, down to earth, real, and he's got a lot of good stuff to talk about in there. So that's kind of my favorite side of TJ. Sorry, I'm not saying Tyrone. TJ in my book. Phil has been an inspiration to me. He's been one of my early followers, and thanks, Phil. You know where I stand with you. Katie BSG's got one. Katie is one girl from up in north in Seattle area, I believe. She's went down and hung out with Bobby a couple times. So big shout out to Katie. Looks like she's having fun on lakes and things lately. Very cool. Bobby, I saw you get the ice on your head. Looked like it was real cold. That's funny. Bobby's shout out to Bobby BSG. A lot of you guys I'm going to see hopefully in OH in LA. I'm only a few hours away from their drive, but my boss is trying to not let me have the days off to go. But I'm going to fight through that, so stay tuned. Tanya, VSG Tanya's on here. Big shout out to her. She's been a great inspiration to me. Appreciate your videos, Tanya. Thank you. Let's see, I got a lovely Lisa83. Kind of just recently started following her, but it's been cool enough for me to hit subscribe. A teeny tiny tummy for Christine. I think her surgery was the same day as me, so it's kind of like surgery brother and sister. I follow her a bit. She's been cool. RY Butterfly Beauty. She makes a ton of videos. I can't even keep up with them all, but she's had a good journey. BSG Fat Bottom Girl. Just recently checked on her. Still kind of new to her. Sleeve Rocker. Steve. Follow yours. You know, it seems like more lately I have, you know, I don't know, the videos have kind of touched home with me more lately, so I've been following you more. Mama Mia VSG, she's newer, but she's been a supporter of mine for a long time, so thank you, Mama Mia VSG. I haven't watched your Hold the Presses Week 8 update yet, but I will. Let's see who else I got before I wrap up my shout-outs. Jennifer Bleacher, big shout-out to Jennifer Bleacher. She's having a Midwest meetup. I did a little video for you guys that are going out there, just a little short video, just kind of trying to contribute, and wish I could be there. And you guys are all going to have fun. And Jennifer, congrats on your 100-pound loss. I know I was one of the first ones, and a little early, but, you know, I'll say it again. Who else we got? James RNY. James RNY might be I thought I was going to get an RNY when I first started this journey, and James RNY was the first, probably the first one I really followed. Like, I follow a lot of you out there today, and you've done amazing, James. You know, I think we can relate on a lot of different levels, and one of these days we'll meet up and have a drink together and catch up on BS about things we can't really talk about on live camera with the world watching. So, cheers to you. Little Aussie Mel, follow you. You've done great. You know, you look good as ever. I love the picture in the back of your videos lately. I want to put that. I have a perfect place above my fireplace where that picture needs to go. I'm just waiting to find something like that at a reasonable price. So, you know, if you got a place online or something that you bought it, let me know. Let's see. VSG Brad, he's a new upcoming to the scene. Brad's really, I think a week out, lost some good weight. I think he's going to do great. He's got that good style. And he's over in Florida, so opposite side of the world as me. And water looks nice and clear and blue, which I definitely respect. Jamie VSG has been posting some videos. I think she just broke her stall, so congrats, Jamie. One that I don't see in front of me now that is someone I follow, Kirk BSG. Kirk, I probably will see you in LA, and I watched all your videos. When I went through my surgery, I actually went back and watched your videos because a lot of what you shared is a lot of what I kind of was going through and felt. I think we're similar weights and similar journeys. So thanks again for you, Kirk. And then Kirk, I have a connection because he still has, or family has, a house out here near the beach where I live. And he spent some time, I think, when he was younger out here. And so he knows a lot of the places. When I go walking, he's been there. He knows where the cinnamon shop is. He knows all about the tri-tip that we have that started out here in this area. If you don't know, Google tri-tip, you'll find out. So for now, that's all the shout outs I'm going to do. But I watch a lot more videos. That's not everybody. Thank you guys for the support. And let's just try to keep rocking. Thanks.